I was inspired to bring through a message of encouragement today for people who have experienced or are experiencing right now those times when you feel like you've tried everything, you feel like you've done all the right steps to bring through a transformation, to bring about transformation, or you've been on the spiritual path for a while, and you don't feel like anything's moving forward, you don't feel like there's any growth. I've been there, and it's really, really frustrating. It doesn't feel good. So I want to talk about it a little bit. My name is Jessica Cisco, and I am a medium and healer. If you're in need of support, spiritual guidance, intuitive Reiki, mediumship, I'm offering 20% off of all of my services until the end of the month. Just enter coupon code SPIRIT on the checkout page and your discount will be automatically applied. I've had times in my life where I just didn't see any growth. I didn't see that there had been any forward movement despite any kind of effort on my part, even though people around me might have been noticing the growth, and it was pretty frustrating. And the reasons why I think this can happen can vary, but I think the main reason is that we're really, 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 really hard on ourselves as human beings. We have this tendency to judge, criticize, tear ourselves apart. So we often don't notice that we're further along on our journeys than we think, or that growth took place. And another thing that can happen, which kind of causes us to not notice the growth taking place, is because maybe we've been moving along on our transformations, on our paths for a while now, and we see, or we think we see, other people who are farther along than we are. And that's just an illusion of the mind. It is not real that they are farther along than we are. That's something that we tell ourselves because we don't know other people's journeys. We don't know where they came from, where they're going next, what their path is, what their journey has been like. We have no idea. We only have access to our own journey, where we've been, where we're going, where we are now. But we don't focus on that. There's a tendency in our culture to focus on others and what others are doing, and oh my gosh, they're so much further along than I am. They're so much more experienced. And we just had to stop that spiral right there and say, no, we don't know their journeys. We don't know where they're going. We don't know their path, how much experience they have. So just give yourself a little bit of a break. Stop to the extent that you can. Stop worrying about what other people are doing, how they're living their lives, how much further along they are than you are. And another thing that I would do is start giving yourself a little bit of praise for things that you know you've done. For example, if you've recently started a spiritual practice and you've managed to stick with it for a while, that is something to include on the list of things that you praise yourself for, that you're proud of yourself for, because once you look back at those things, you'll realize that you came a lot further than you thought. You grew a lot more than you thought. And it'll help you to be a little less critical of yourself. And that is better for your well-being overall. And that is a sign that you're further along than you think you are. That is a sign of growth. When you can do that, when you can really and truly acknowledge yourself for how far you've come in your life and truly give yourself that love that you deserve and truly see yourself as worthy, that is a sign of growth right there. And if you're watching things like this, that's another step that you took. If you're in need of support, if you're looking for guidance, the link to my services is in the description. And right now, until the end of June, all of my services are 20% off. Just enter coupon code SPIRIT at checkout. And I'm sending you all so much love and many blessings.